Welcome to Matside TV, brought to you through the Circileville Education Channel every night from 5 to 7 p.m. Mile 20 and Time Warner 25, bringing you high school wrestling. Tonight, we have Olentangy Liberty versus Circleville in a facade tournament. Circleville didn't weigh in 7 of the 14. However, they came in 7th in the state with those 7. Olentangy Liberty came in 3rd, wrestling all 14. So we're going to start, they are going to start, 120-pound weight class. Zelli's 4th in the state, and Keaton, the son of the coach, he is a state champion as of 2017, and 5th last year and 4th the time before. So obviously Circleville is in the red and the black, and Liberty is in the blue with Jordan Roselli. He came in 4th in the state and 2nd in the district. So this Circleville against Liberty was set up more like a mini tournament where you have your high-skilled wrestlers are the one wrestling for the team to get the points, but they're scoring it as a team group. And then you can see they're in the Liberty's fine wrestling arena, independent building on the campus. Olentangy Liberty for the wrestling. Now I guess it paid off. It came in 3rd. Huh? Not much action. Harry McDonald is the referee for the night. We just finished doing Mechanicsburg and Liberty. You might have seen that last week on Matside TV. Matside TV provides archives of the shows over on YouTube. You can Google Matside TV and find it. Okay, Roselli's down. And Nate Keaton is on top. And Roselli is doing well. Moved on the whistle. Staying up. Get a little back pressure. He needs a little more back pressure. It's the first time we've tried a voiceover. Our regular announcer, Vince DiSabato, was called in to work in the last minute, so we had to fill up something real quick, and Fred bailed us out from Mechanicsburg. And here you got the technician on the microphone in the edit suite trying to get this show out. It's only about a 33-minute show, obviously, with only 7 weight classes, but they are high level. We're going to see 113 is 7th in the state against 8th in the state. And right now we're seeing 4th state against the state champion, and we've got 1-0 in favor of Jordan Roselli, who's the son of the, I think, what's it, Oklahoma wrestling team. He used to be assistant coach there at Ohio State. He was promoted. Not sure what this boy's going to do. His boy's a junior, 46-8 record. And Nate is 50-4. He's also a junior. State champion. Of course, Nate Keaton was state champion in Division II and Roselli was 4th in Division I. Liberty came awful close. They had a chance to win the state. They had one guy injury, another guy injury defaulted, who was state champion, 3-time state champion, and a couple other guys didn't quite meet expectations. If we won it, I forget what the scores were. Okay, boys. Let's see a little bit of action here. Yeah, there we go. Period saved us. So now we go into the 3rd period. Whoa! Keaton wanted that one, didn't he? So what'll that make the score, Ralph? 4-2. That was a good takedown. I should have slow-moed that. I can't complain about the cameraman because I was the cameraman. He kind of slow on that shot, wasn't he? Well, you get a referee being an announcer, and they talk about referees, and here you get a technician. He's talking about the technical stuff. Yes, we have wrestling. We miss Bob Neely. Well, Phil DiSabato does a very good job focusing on the wrestling. Zelli said, I think that was one of Dad's key training things. Good position at all times. We have 4-2 in the 3rd period, and the Division I is winning.
Wait till you watch the one we did last night. See how hard
it was. Since he's a stalling position wrestler to begin with, Roselli, Keaton's in trouble. He's down 4-2. It's upon him to get a takedown. Now he got bumped. And then we got some timeout.
You think that'll happen? You think that'll happen? It's already the same way.
Matside had a tough year this year. Trying to get shows. We had 5 events scheduled. Passed around to all the coaches in the first of the season, and 5 times the coach asked us not to be there for one reason or another, which was a first since we've been doing this for 30 years.
They would put him if we did
Okay. There we go. We got stalling. A little too late. Just to cover up. So, good job for Liberty. Jordan Roselli finished 4th in the state this year. Beats the state champion from Circleville. State champion of Division II. Now we have Circleville bringing in Caleb Brooks, who's a junior. He finished 3rd in the state this year. The sectional champion. He was 8th and 5th, respectively, in the last 2 years. Good wrestler. 126-pounder. For Liberty is, I believe, is Luke Blaine. As I say, this is kind of a pseudo team duel. They didn't have programs, so gotta go by weight class. We didn't do announcing. Good takedown. So Luke Blaine is a junior, if that's who that is. And he wrestled for Liberty at 126, came in 4th in the sectionals, was 26-13 as a junior. They weighed in about a pound apart, so it looks like Caleb Brooks is dominating, but it's not because of the weight difference. Okay, Harry. Here you go. What do you got, Harry? Oh, man, he's in. Luke Blaine is in tough territory here. He lost it. Ooh. Haven't seen a defensive pin in a long time. Sometimes you grab that head like that and another guy will panic and you can get out of there. But I'm sure not a wrestling coach, so. Alright, Circleville. Caleb Brooks up 2-0. No, oh, he got 3, so it must be 5 or 6. Alright, just back pressure. No. Yeah, that's one thing if you've been watching Ohio State this year. They sure changed on their escape. They all were using the standard back pressure, cut back step, stand up. And escape. They're all escaping. Then right off the whistle. So Caleb Brooks, 3rd in the state, Washington Courthouse section champ, Wilmington District runner-up, 8th in 126 and 16, 5th in the state, 106 and 15. Was about to pin Olentangy Liberty's Luke Blaine. He just had him there too many times. Of course, this is a voiceover, and I know what happens on it. Just gotta get out, man. You just sort of say, hey, get me if you can. And guess what? He can, and he did. So Caleb gets a pin there. Brings the score. Circleville. Was Circleville will have 6. And Liberty will have 3 going into the 132-pound weight class, where we have number 8, Zach Furness, a senior, 44-12 record, sectional champion, 3rd in the district, did not place in the state. Going up against Tyler Matthews, a junior, 34-10, who was 4th in his sectionals, and in the districts he was injured and didn't place. They both weighed in, believe it or not, 135.2. Nice foot sweep. Who had the famous foot sweep? I'm not sure I recognize any setup. Fireman, right. Oh, he didn't hold it. Get it right. Fireman was a great 5-point move. Of course, it would have been a freestyle, right? I don't think Harry gave him any back points, so number 2 for Liberty and 0 for Matthews of Circleville. Circleville's in the black and red shoes. Here he's doing the referee shuffle. Very committed. See the difference between whether you commit and don't? Ah, nice. Nice job, Furnace. 1, 2, 3 moves to get that. That's what we call chain wrestling, some of them call. See, that's why you just don't sit there, boys. You got to be trying to get out at all times, like Roselli was doing. You used to sit there and the guy puts it to you. That's got a tough guy there. Tough guy is Tyler Matthews, Jr. Head coach at Circleville is Brad Keaton. And Liberty coach, of course, is the famous Mark Marinelli. And understudy to Bob Dealey. And made his original day coaching sales to many state placing individuals over the years as he graduated from Ohio State wrestling team under Russ Hellickson. So, Mark's got a lot of pedigree in the wrestling world. Come on, friends. Back pressure, buddy. So you gotta get your. Yeah, now you got your hips up, but you need the hand controls to do the back pressure. Feel the back. Scramble. What are we going to do, Harry? Are we going to let him finish it out, or are we going to call a stalemate? That's a fish, but we're not going to do that on purpose. slow-moed that. He had nice high crotch, but he didn't get the arc clear or change the direction. But as you can see by the scoreboard, it's going quite well. It's 9-2. Looks like the foul ball is out. That's the way it's going to end. Zach Furness. Wins 9-2. So that should even up the match. 6-6. But here we go. 138. Circleville has nobody weighed in. 145. Circleville has nobody weighed in. So there's 12 more on top of the 6. So Liberty goes into 152, leading 18-6. And Liberty puts their Jacob Everly, 12th grader. I don't know much about him. On the mat at 152, going up against Greg Brewer, another senior. And Brewer's impressive record, 44-4. He was a sectional champion and third in the district in Division II, but did not get to a place round. Whoa! That was kind of being out of position there, Everly. Jacob. It's tough. I've been to clinics before, and I'll ask the question. I think Dave Schultz was a classic, famous Dave Schultz. How do you get out of leg inserts? Right. And he says, you don't get in it. Which is what he's meaning. See that right leg he's got there? You've got to catch it before he gets it in there and then work off of it. Whoa! What happened? We had a video problem, and that ended with a pin. Greg Brewer pinned Jacob Everly. So then 160, no one weighed in. 170, no one weighed in. 182, no one weighed in. And we jumped to 190, 195. And I really don't know. Looking at the weigh-in sheets, it could be Jordan Brownlee, although I haven't seen him wrestling for Liberty this year, but or Paul Lyda, Lyda. They both weighed in at 193 and 191. Circleville wrestler weighed in at 198. He is Isaac Miller. So let's say this is Paul Lyda.
Was Mechanicsburg actually ranked number 1?
And the blue for Liberty.
Oh, so the number 1 was not state.
Not sure what that hold is, but he's definitely controlling the head, which is the number 1 rule
a display of Division 1 against
for the
was that number 3
elementary team
against number 1 in Division 3 in the state. Very interesting. That's how I'll build it.
All right, Miller's down. And Paul Lyda writing.
Yeah, that's why that Delaware thing you don't see. Davis is 141.
And believe it or not, Lida is 7 pounds short.
I don't know why in the world.
He's got a nice cradle. He's going to get some. Well, he got a pin.
He used to do down there all the time, but he wasn't. I didn't know the car was going there, or we would have definitely done it.
Pin at 195. So that brings it to.
That's pretty interesting.
Let's see, it was 36 and 12, and so it should be 36 to 18.
I don't know the advantage why John would do that then and not at the duel. It makes sense. So that was the only show. That's what Jamie was trying to tell him. He told me.
So this is Bryce Cool, senior for Liberty, who's going up against Circleville's Ben Davis, a sophomore. 38 and 11, impressive. Sectional champion. Did not place in the districts. So Ben Davis is bringing something
Look, a lot of people came here just to see
to our senior Bryce Cool.
Why didn't
I say our senior. Liberty's in our viewing area. He's obviously at home.
And then they go to Delaware.
But the homeboys behind, 1 to 2.
Number one, it's interesting that must have been the reason. No, because cars not going to see any of those guys. Cars are
Bobby's called this Wall Street.
But he won't be going against Attic or.
Look out, boys. Somebody wants to throw. And he does.
That's where he's going to be.
It could be bad news for Bryce, and it is. So Ben Davis gets the pin at 220, picking up another 6 points for Circleville. We'll give you that on instant replay. It took us a long time setting it up. Maybe should just get the heck out of there. Nope. We're going to practice this. Bango. Nice. Held that tight.
Yeah.
Chest to chest.
But
And that arm textbook. Okay. So here we go for the last bout. The 106, no one showed up to weigh in. So we've got 113.
they put a good feed on, I know that.
Freshman for Liberty in the blue. Lake Salto came in 7th in the state this year. That's impressive. Sectional champ. He's going up against another sectional champ from Circleville, Try Fennery, who he came in 8th in the state. Both of them wrestled this year
Well, what can I do with this?
at 106 in the state.
Well,
So,
what can I do?
but in this quote-unquote duel,
Like between
they're going at 113 because Fennerty is at 115.8. They're both freshmen. Now, I don't know what the team score. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of. I think I had 15 to. I don't know if it's 51 to 18 or 51 to 24.
Bill would have died. He's got a ton of stuff going on at the same time. He comes through this.
What are you going to do, Blake? I think I'd call stalling on the top. Even though he's got the turret. Well, he's got it now.
What was the final score?
He's going to turn him again. Ohio State, what was his name? John was his brother. Mitch Clark. Bob and I actually snuck in and filmed. The only NCAA we were able to film because of the rights and all that stuff. But we snuck in on that one.
Who is that?
And
Friend of mine
Mitch
sent
Clark
me a video of his son.
tech fouled the guy with
And then she wants
turns
to get
on the bottom
to John
in the first period.
this summer.
I like you streaming Delaware.
Nice. I think we got a little bit of a mismatch here to end our duel unless we saw it line up. But they did, you know, it's good. It's a different approach for the moment, but they actually used a team duel format to actually wrestle a tournament style of two teams. So it's kind of a faster arrangement. Man, that sure looks like a pin, but Harry's a lot closer than we are. That ends it. 19-3. Good win. So it was a quickie. Probably only got one or two drinks in, but some good wrestling, some good state placers. State champion, actually, in one case. So hope you enjoyed it.
I got it.
Every night, 5 to 7. Education Channel. Tune in for some high school wrestling.
On this?
There's some great surprises for the summer and the spring coming up.
All right, thanks. Here.
So this is the technician over and out.
Good evening. Welcome to Dublin Coffman. I'm Fred Feeney, better known as Rough Man. Tonight we're at Dublin Coffman. Coffman is in. This is the semi-finals of the state duels. They win here. At the end of the night, they go to St. John's Arena. They battle for the big prize. Tonight, first match, we got Darby against Coffman. I'm here with Chance Van Gundy. Chance, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Fantastic. Had your match last week. You guys look pretty darn good.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're hoping to peak at the right time.
Yep.
Let's get to that point of the season.
So, with the state duels and being as tough a competition as this is, why do you do this when some schools don't do this?
There's just great wrestling going on tonight. We have 4 great schools, high-level wrestling. It really, to me, it's a great team builder. Our guys like fighting for each other, and this is just one of our team goals is to be regional champs.
How'd you do last year here?
We won the regional, and we made our first trip to St. John's.
Fantastic. Your team as a whole, younger, older, middle of the road?
Real good mix. We have I think 4 or 5 seniors in the lineup, but yet a handful of underclassmen as well.
I know you have Demas, returning state champion. What's his outlook?
Again, much like the rest of the team, we want him peaking at the right time. He should be doing his best wrestling tonight and moving forward.
Fantastic. And something as intense as this, do injuries bother you here? Do you worry about that, or you just move on?
it's always a concern, but they need the tough matches, and we're a month out from sectionals. We got to be ready to go. So.
Fantastic. Hey, good luck tonight.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks, man. All right, we're here with the athletic director at Dublin Coffman, Dwayne Sheldon. Dwayne, thank you for having us tonight. We appreciate that.
We're thrilled that you're here. Thanks for coming.
I was over there last week here, so now I'm behind the camera, so that's pretty interesting. So one quick question. Why did you pick to host this event?
Well, I think anytime you give our young men the opportunity to be at home, I think is a special thing. And we hosted the first round last year, as we did this year, and we thought we had the chance to do it again. And anytime we can get our young men in our gym and get a little home feeling there, we think it's great.
Right, fantastic. Do you expect a nice big crowd tonight?
I think we will have a good crowd. I think anytime you throw Marysville and Coffman into the mix, things get interesting. And then we got 2 other great wrestling programs here, so I think we'll have a pretty good crowd.
Great. So you like the shoes you stepped into from Tony Pusteri when you took over?
No one can replace that man. I mean, he's a legend. But yes, this is a great place. People here have been super to me, the parents, from the teachers, the administration, to the student athletes we deal with. And one of the reasons I was so excited coming here is I knew what a special place it was. But now that we've been here a year and a half, the proof is in the pudding.
I'm a Dublinite myself. I live across the river on the other side. But, yeah, it is. There have been a lot of great wrestling in this gym. When I first started out as a young official 28 years ago, this is where I broke it all in. So, hey, thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you.
We're here now speaking with the counterpart of Chance, Brendan Moody. How you doing tonight?
Good.
Hey, what year is this you're coaching?
This is the 8th year as head coach.
8th year. And every year you've been growing up a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I've been getting smarter, it feels like, throughout the years.
Isn't that how it works? So,
yeah.
Hey, you're up against a pretty tough opponent tonight. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it'll be a battle. I think pretty much one weight class to the next, every single one. There's a lot of swing matches, so it'll be pretty exciting.
Now, do you sit down at some point before this match and look match to match to match and come up with a score that you think might happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. How good are you at forecasting that?
Sometimes I'm pretty good, and sometimes we overachieve, sometimes we underachieve.
Right. No, I understand that. Hey, this is going to be a great night. How far have you gone in the state duels before?
We went to the regional finals, I believe it was 2013, I think it was, and we came up short against Marysville.
Okay. Big names missing out of your lineup tonight. What's going on there?
Thatcher's got an ankle that he got busted up in Wadsworth, but he's doing the right thing as far as what the doctors have him doing and stuff, so hopefully we'll get him back on the mat.
Good. Well, then the most important thing is March, at the shot, and that's the right thing. So, hey, good luck to you tonight, man.
Thank you.
Thanks. So here we go. We're at 106 pounds in this semifinal regional, and the great Mr. Vince DiSabato has showed up, and he's going to be my partner here for the night. So real quick here, Vince, what do you think is going to happen with these two teams here? Who's going to come out on top?
Not sure. That's why we're here.
I'd put my money on the green team. I got a feeling. But we'll see how red shows up here. I had Coffman last week in the quarterfinal, and they looked pretty good. They looked pretty good.
They did?
Yes, they did.
I was here.
Well, they won.
Yeah, they did.
Sometimes that's all that matters, isn't it?
Actually,
So there's a takedown on the Merkel.
they were pretty well staffed. As far as not having forfeits in places, etc.
So Murray got the takedown. He's got legs in. He's turking that, trying to get him over for some back points. How tight's the Turk's got to be to get those points, which he's getting right there, right now. You like the Turk series?
I do. And it makes you a lot of times you find, I mean, for example, I saw the match last night. I'm not sure how I'm getting paid. But anyway, there's an assigner.
I know the assigner personally, and he will guarantee it.
But as it turns out,
Well, there's a fall. 22 seconds left in the match. Murray picks up the fall. So we got a 6-0 match duel going starting here now.
when you're using that trick shot, it's important to go across the bar. Once you turn those things, then you can turn.
One thing the fans may not realize is, as an official, kid has to Turk in, you don't really need your arms. You can Turk him over with that leg, and that's why we want that Turk to be relaxed
Right.
before we give up the points. So now it looks like we're at 113, Lowry against Cooper. And let's see what happens here. Lowry for Darby is a 10th grader. And Cooper, I'm not sure what year he is.
Forgetting that the last week, kid's got a leg in on the right leg, and he's trying to turn the guy with a power half on the left side. The body can't turn.
Right.
And it's amazing. It's mind-boggling to me.
It is. It really isn't all about physics.
No. I mean, all we're doing is you can turn his hips, his shoulders have to follow. And they spend so much time.
Kyle got hit for stalling. What happened?
Basically, as an official, he's encouraging you to bring him back to the mat, hopefully within the next 5 seconds, at least an effort. There was no
And that's all we're looking for is an effort.
No effort. Change levels, break the man down in any way. So above neutral. Scores 4-2 in this match.
Gary Reichert's the referee. Gary's been around for a while. He'll be the assistant in the finals match here tonight, the second match of the series, winner against winner. That there, I think, was just Murray was a little stronger than Evan, and I think that's what took a double away from him there. Yeah. All we had to do was trip him there, pat him down. Looks like we got blood or something going on here. Illegal hold. Shot into the leg. I think experience is kind of overtaking the young Darby wrestler here. Every point counts here for the scoring. That if you're not aware, 7 or less you get 3, 8 or more you get 4, and tech fall you get 5 for team points, and that team points are important. That's what moves you to the next level. End of the first period. Got to reset the clock here. I don't know if Gary sees that.
Score is 7-2 in favor of Dublin Coffman.
He just cut him, meaning they want to go takedowns. Tries little fireman's, scores on it. Didn't score on it. That came out of nowhere, didn't it?
I think the Darby folks were hoping that he would get another 2-point near fall. That would have tied the match up. Right now we're at 7-5.
So with the weather today, I wonder if any golf courses, I don't know which one, pick one. Foxfire, was it open today?
Foxfire was open.
Anybody out there?
Yeah. No saliva tests were administered, but there were a few players out there.
Very good. Now, Darby's playing the edge here a little bit. What do you think about that? Is that a stall technique?
No, it can be, depending on the official, or stalling subjective.
So I don't think the word subjective is in the rule book, is it?
No, it just works out.
Ah.
I think, personally, I may have called 5 stalling calls all year. So, the way I look at it is I look at the level of the wrestlers. If I see some good technique, and I know if they're purposely not minding that's when I'm going to get a stalling call. But 9 times out of 10, especially at this level,
So right there, he backed 3 steps out of bounds.
he doesn't know anybody. He honestly doesn't.
The Coffman kid?
I'm sorry.
The Coffman kid?
Either. I told the kids last night before we wrestled, I said, if you shoot the kid out of bounds, you know that's stall, because there's no takedowns out of bounds.
But on the other hand, backing out of bounds is so you don't get taken down. And that's why that's a penalty for stalling.
Depending on your view.
The way that I teach referees in my classes to call stalling is, and there's a stall call against Green. It was coming.
Out of bounds.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Is when it becomes cheating, that you know you're up by a certain amount of point with short time and you start avoiding wrestling, that's what's going to happen. This is a 2-point match. Darby was kind of lucky there, weren't they? That move finished in bounds. The knee was out, but the move finished there. So from that standpoint, it looked like it could have scored, but we're not out there, Vince, are we? So you got 7 seconds left in second period. 8-6 match. Darby scored. You kind of saw that throw coming, didn't you? Anytime you lean in like that, it's you're in trouble. Coach is going to take him to the table. I think he's going to question the fact that he had a 1 count. We'll see whether Coach gets a misconduct here. He didn't. Oh, he did get. No, he did not get a misconduct. Mine is much bigger.
So the score is 12-7 in favor of Robin Coffman. Now it's 15-6. I think they're both playing well.
We have the esteemed Tim Gilmore across the mat from us, doing an observation, not an evaluation, but an observation. No. Yeah, I'm going out to Utah first week in February to be an evaluator at their state tournament. I said, an evaluator or an observation? He goes, no, we want evaluations. Okay. So we have an 8-13 match with that takedown. You know, this match isn't over yet, but 5 points is a lot to come up with. He's got to get some back points here to whittle some of that off. I can see another stall call coming here. Head down on the mat. And usually the only, oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You got 42 seconds left. Tell you what, this could be interesting. $30 seconds. Yep, exactly. And he still loses, right. So he's got to get the fall in the next 20 seconds. Oh, I'm sure. Wow.
Once again, we're at 13 to 11 with a minute or 1 second left.
So what do you tell your kid? You got to get the back points, cut them, turn them again.
First of all, I'm telling them, listen to the officials tell them you got the same move.
Right.
Okay, now whether this player had an idea what the score was at the time, I don't know.
Well, that was, we have 120 coming up here. Morgan Adams, 10th grader. Ben Brown, 10th grader. I remember Morgan Adams was a pretty good wrestler when I had him last week here. He'll throw the legs in and he'll just turn you hard. That's exactly what he's doing here. I'm sorry, this is Jakira Hassan is the wrestler here. 12th grader. Had the wrong kid out there. He's gonna dominate this kid. He'll just cut him, take him back down again, and I'm going to predict this win in a pin or a tech fall. But like the last match, that kid was down 5-6 points and came back. So the referee's in there looking for potentially dangerous on that shoulder. He had both boots in. It's kind of hard to turn with both in. Trying to switch side to side to get the turn. You got to be pretty close to that shoulder to get that turn there, don't you, Vince?
It's tough to turn somebody if they're not coming out.
Jakara, or Jack, I think they call him, chose down. He got the quick reversal in less than 4 seconds. You could have, you're looking for a defensive fall and an offensive fall.
Correct. But more important, the referee has to pay attention to the situation because you can easily pull a draw
like that. We have a stoppage here. It looks like it's Ola Kanishua. Hold on. Can you hear me? So a little potentially dangerous stop there. You got to watch that that arm doesn't cross the midline of the head. Optional start is shown. It looks like he might cut him here and take him down again. You got to watch that trapped leg there. It finally came out. Magic. There we go. 2 count. So 15-3 now. One more turn, we'll have a tech fall.
Left in the second period.
Four inches or 45 degrees. There it is. Could damned if he didn't. And 2-1 time.
Don't like to be kicked.
No, being kicked is not a good thing whatsoever. It's happened twice in my career.
Really?
Both times were last year too, after 27 years on the mat. Both were last year. One was a super secret wrestle off at Olentangy Liberty. Got my rib broke in a cradle. And the second one was right after that up at college match. I got kicked right in the mouth. Chipped a tooth. So.
That could have been a YouTube moment.
I'm sure it was, or is. So he's got. I would get the reversal, kick him, take him back down, and win the match. He's got. Still Red's in control. There's a reversal and backs, and this is going to end that match. Hopefully the referee's aware of where he stands in the match unless there's a fall, which that very well could happen here. Everybody's waiting, wondering where that fall is. The referee's pretty close to it, better than anybody else has a view to it. Minute 10 left, plenty of time to get the win, either by a tech fall or by a fall. In high school, it's a 2-second fall, 1,001, 1,002. And that's what we're waiting on. And there's the fall. Just under a minute to go in the match. Kind of saw that one coming, didn't we?
Yes, you did, Fred.
But you know what?
It's a big point in the match.
It's matches like that that wins duels. You know, you need those extra bonus points. So 132. $126. Coach, who we got out here? Lookman?
Jacob Ahmed.
Jacob?
Ahmed.
Jakara?
No, Jack was last. So, Jackery was last. Where's your weigh-in sheet that I gave you? Sorry. It's Jacob Ahmed.
Okay, thank you. So 126, Jacob Ahmed is a wrestler out here. It was different than our lineup. So we're still neutral. Jacob is a sophomore. So, and looks like he's up against, let's see here, Mr. Davidson. Got to score in bounds, don't you, Vince? That's the one thing about high school is you're hindered by that out of bounds line, whereas in college, you got the entire mat. So they got the arm in there. He's going to give two. I'd stop that right now. I'm worried about that arm. There, we finally got out. Jacob looks like he's going to ride a little high here and maybe just cut him, which is what happens. 2-1. in the first period is going to come up with a 2-1 score. Not a lot of excitement there, was there, Mr. DiSabato? So when you got two kids out here that aren't at the very top of their game, what as a coach, what do you hope for? Just basics?
More important, what are we trying to do? You're breaking down your opponent. The main thing is, we as officials call the match in different situations. So we award the points in those situations, and what wrestlers need to realize is not to go with the officials, but just realize, hey, we got to take what's the next situation. I got to try to tell it. Or what am I going to try to do? I'm going to try to ride it. Of course, I just got taken next. Okay, well, let's go with I need an escape here. I need a reverse. Win your situations. You win your situations, you've got a great chance of winning. Then again, if I'm on their feet,
Like that. And there we had 15 or 20 seconds of scrambling and really, not a lot of wrestling, just back and forth. And finally, he put the trip in, got him to the back, and not sure if he'll be able to get off his back. There he.
there we go. So, just under 1 minute, and we've got a 72 score in favor of Dublin Coffman.
I remember when I wrestled for Bob Turano at the sales, he harped every night in the practice room. When you hit a move, know exactly what your next move is going to be and what your next move is going to be, what the counter to that is, and what the counter to that is.
Unfortunately, we don't see a lot of that
Right. What do I do next? Kind of hard to shoot when you're fully extended. You're not going to get much of that, are you?
I've never seen a person jump off the belt up to the.
Nope.
So why put yourself in that position?
Third period, 7-3. Kaufman's got a nice lead.
Now it's come down to one takedown the back. That's the good thing.
Jacobs backing up. We'll see whether the stall call comes. It is not. I got a feeling that's not going to happen again should that occur. Coach's staff is telling him to circle. They know it's coming. We have a throw here again. Right on top of himself. That's never a good thing when you pull him on top.
Not a lot of setups here.
You kind of got to know when you pull somebody down what happens.
In order to have an effective move, it requires means the guy's got to be coming into whatever he's doing. I love when guys start stepping behind me because I've got a good chance of launching.
Yep.
The dilemma is getting on the step back. So you have to circle away from it, make it feel comfortable, step on them, and then
Agree. It's pretty short now. It's tied up. No, it's 9-7. We need a takedown. And Coffman's going to get the win here. Wow. Those 3 points are it does. I will be right back.
Okay, we're at 132. We have Muhammad from Dublin Coffman. Looks like he's working on the hook series. Can't back out on that. Got to stay on the mat. Best way is to change levels. When you change levels, you're low enough, but he's got caught on that inside step. We're getting ready for back points, but no. So our score's 2-0, Dublin Coffman. And we're out of bounds. We've got 1:05 in the first period. Muhammad chooses to cut his man loose, so the score's 2-1.
We have a special visitor here. Sean from inside the circle. Sean, how the heck are you?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing, Fred?
Good. So you just come in here to look at some wrestling, or is this inside the circle stuff?
Oh, this is inside the circle stuff. When we get this deep in the state duels, you know we're here, Fred.
Where's your partner?
He'll be here shortly.
You guys going to set up shop?
We are going to set up shop, but we're going to do some periscoping as well. So the final match will be broadcast live on Periscope for people who were unable to attend the event.
That's pretty cool. You know, I was talking to somebody last night that somehow Matside and inside the circle need to pair up somehow, some way.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be in the works somehow in the future.
Fantastic. So what do you look for the final match to be tonight?
I think the final match, we're going to have a rematch of the OCC match we had last week with Dublin Coffman taking on Marysville in a match that I don't think anyone could predict. Everyone I talked to, I think half the people in the gym are taking Marysville and half the people in the gym are taking Dublin Coffman. So I think the crowd is in for a great final match here.
I think it is going to be a great match, and I think you're exactly right that, you know, it's those bonus points that's going to come into play.
Right, and the fact that these teams seen each other a week ago, I think we might have a little bit of shifting of the matchups, which would be another intriguing that this match may actually come down to the coin toss, crazy enough as it is.
So if you got to call it, who'd you call?
I hate to do this, but I think Marysville's going to pull this out. I think when I watched them wrestle a week ago that they left more opportunities on the mat than Dublin Coffman did, and I think they're just going to make enough adjustments to overcome the mistakes.
Well, let's get back to this. Which weight or which coach do you think is going to be shifting the weight?
I think if, in general, the team that lost to make the changes, because if you wrestle them the same way, then you would have the same outcome. You know, it's always the losing team that you would think would make the adjustment, in my mind.
I don't know. I used to wrestle for a guy, and he would change lineups, and he'd say, just wrestle him out. What's the point in jumping on?
Well, I think that seeing each other a week ago, you do see matchups that you thought maybe were in your favor that are not now in your favor, and that's when you're going to try to tickle stuff. I mean, it's just a habit to do that as wrestling people. We want to try to change it up to get everything moved in our favor. So.
But also it comes down to what happened last week. You now counter that in the room, and you learn if that same thing happened.
Right, which we could. Like I said, we could possibly see the same lineup for both schools that we did a week ago. it's just another intriguing part of the final match that I think people are anticipating. Is the switch going to happen here or there to add more drama to what's already going to be a fabulous match?
It should be interesting to see if that happens. Like I said, I'm more an advocate of, let me see who I got. I do like the state duels. I think it's starting to gain some traction statewide.
I think one thing we could work on again is the fact that these teams are wrestling last week. Somehow I think we need to make better pairing or, I don't know, get better pairing than I'm looking for. But I do think the state duels is gaining traction.
We're getting more butts in the seats at St. John's.
Now that will getting more people in the field.
Last year, I ended up doing the finals of the State Duels Division III, and I remember looking up and thinking there's not a lot of football here.
Well, I think the one in Dunhurst, and I think, the location, although it's centralized, it's hard to get the students from, say, Cleveland to drive down to Columbus when their team maybe could be an 8 seed and going to lose maybe, 60-0. Because we have seen the one thing that I think is the problem with the state duels is there is a lopsided victories from, basically the opening round all the way to the finals. Whoever draws Grantland, those guys going to drive from Toledo to see them wrestle Grantland, maybe lose by 50 or 60 points. So that's another thing that I think we have to somehow, if there was more parity, I think we would have more in the stands, but the fact there's not parity, that's what's keeping people away. I mean, how many people go to the highest state, Youngstown game as opposed to the highest state Texas thing? I mean, that's the problem we have in wrestling right now, that there's not a lot of parity. We have really, really good teams and teams that are up and coming, so the disparity there is so overwhelming that it's hurting the fan base at some point.
From some of the coaches that I've spoken with, how they've broken these down. Now, in class, in our Division I, in Central Ohio, it's not too bad. But when you're in Division II, you may have a develop the list.
Division I is probably the only area. I mean, now in the individual process as well, we have Steubenville and Carrollton teams along the river coming out to the Central District. And how are these kids going 2.5 hours for a sectional? I think it's ridiculous. But again, I'm not on the state board to make these decisions. I don't know what the determining factor is to allow this. I don't know if it's for parity or fairness on both parts. But again, I think it's starting to get out of hand when we have a team going 2.5 hours for a sectional.
Let me ask you one more thing before we let you go. What's your feeling, because I've heard a couple of people talk to me about trying to eliminate all 3 divisions into one for the state of Ohio. What's your feeling on that?
Well, for one, economically that will never happen. But as a fan, I would like 2 divisions. They do it out in Pennsylvania. I don't know if either one of you have ever been out to the Pennsylvania State Tournament. It's absolutely great. I think it means something more when you have a state champion in 2 divisions as opposed to 3. And I just think it's more fan basis. Again, talking about the lack of parity in wrestling, can you imagine some of the semifinals or even quarterfinals we'd have if we had these state caliber kids in all 3 divisions compact into 2? I mean, who wouldn't have paid $20 a piece to watch David Taylor wrestle Logan Stieber their freshman year? It's stuff like that that we lose out when we break it into 3 divisions. So I do go against. I don't know if 1 is the answer, but I would like to see us maybe trim it down to 2.
And what about the number of weight classes?
I think we have a little bit too many weight classes. I would like to see us at least trim 1, even possibly 2. But again, economically, we know that's not going to happen. So we just deal with the animal we're dealt. I think the numbers show it over the years that wrestling is a dying sport. In any tournament in Medina, Brecksville, whatever, it seems less kids total are entered every year than the year before that. So
All right, we've got to go, but I appreciate everything you guys are doing with Inside the Circle.
All right, thanks a lot,
And
Fred.
keep it up. And thanks, man, for the.
Thanks a lot, Vince.
All right. That was some great talk right there. That was important. Somebody needs a Snickers bar. Ty Block from Hillard Darby is a senior against a junior, Ben Yost. So 22-0. We're 7 matches in. What's it tell you?
That's what I'm saying. There's only a couple of those matches that actually have bonus points. I think it's going to be made up. Darby's got to get to work.
I think when you look at the lineup, Dublin has more older kids. Darby has the younger kids. So it depends on how they end up loading up for next year. Caution.
And how is 2 divisions going to change what we're seeing now? The big spread or different?
At this moment, it won't do anything. At this moment, it won't do anything.
I don't think Ohio High School would ever let 2 divisions come in.
I don't either.
From a financial point, they're not going to let that happen, and the smaller schools are going to scream and jump up and down that they're the ones getting screwed here. And there's probably a good case for that. I mean, you go back in the days of Bishop Reedy, back when the DiSabatos wrestled. Could you guys have stayed with the St. Ed's back in those days? Being you were such a small school? Well, we got a throw to the back. Referee stops the match for potentially dangerous. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Did you see that? Well, beginning of the second period, 3-2 red. Oh, that was a nice reversal. And 1. It looks like Ty's back is hurting him a little bit, the kid from Darby. Ben Yost, the junior, is down by 1. He needs a takedown here, Vince.
Well, we've got a minute 35 still left in the second period. I can't believe how these kids wrestle on this end.
How do you stop that? I know how. How would you?
You tell the coach, I'm going to call you for stall.
Exactly. A couple well-placed stalling calls here and there to get them back. I actually tell them, center, work center, get back to the center.
But for many of these coaches and kids, it's a comfort zone right now.
Oh, of course it is. It's a safe zone.
If I can take a chance, try to get on the escape or a takedown and fail and bail out, that's exactly what they're doing.
Chance isn't real happy over there on the Dublin side. Ooh, there's a little smack to the face. Saw that one coming. That's one of those calls that we really don't want to make, but when you see it happen right in front of you, it's kind of hard to not make that call. Darby is kind of playing that. I don't know, man. What do you think? I got a stall in there. You know, I think you got to make that call in order to stop having to make that call. I think Gary's doing a good job, but I think you got to make that call every now and then to stop that stuff. Got a minute to go in the match. And there he goes again. So by not calling it, you're giving him permission to do it again. You agree? That's always been my philosophy. If you don't call it, you're giving him permission to do it. You're going to watch. You're going to go from the middle right to that edge again. Gee, there they go. That's the third time or fourth time. And I got a feeling another time's coming. Got about 25 seconds. On the other mat, Marysville's winning 27-8, and they're at 138 as well. So that looks like we're going to know who it's going to be. There's about the sixth time that he went backwards. Still no stall call. But we have blood. The score here for 5-4. We still got a good match here. I'm still convinced there needs to be some stalling called here so we have action on the mat. Vince, what do you think about that?
You can always make a call. You can't make them wrestle.
Stalling call will keep them in the middle of the mat. Should. So we got 6 seconds to go in the second period. Chances over there, I think he's trying to tell his case for that. You know, why aren't you making that call, Mr. Referee? Not sure what Mr. Reichert told him, but it's probably a good argument. So we'll see what happens here. Short time in the second period. Blood stop. Off we go. They both come forward. There's a shot. That's all we want is a shot. End of second period. Coffman goes down, and he's going to kick him. That's an interesting move right there, I think. Oh. Ben tried to get a little fancy there. It cost him a takedown. Ty cuts him. 7-6. He's up by 1. And I got a feeling he's going to go right out of bounds. So we'll see if a stalling call comes up here now. Because had he called it earlier, it would have ended it. And now that stall call might cost him dearly. There's a takedown. Mr. Moody is not happy with that call there. He thought he was out of bounds clearly. That's where having a second assistant would help. But, again, no warning on the coach. He got a freebie there. I'm not sure whether that was in bounds or out of bounds. He had a better view. He's right there. Not for long.
We've got a minute 15.
That half was working against him with that leg up there. 9-8, the match is tied now. So now we'll see what backing up does. That looked like Iowa right there. Back, back, turn. Back, back, turn. Seen that before. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it worked, didn't it? 34 seconds left to go. .29 to go. He's got to get out. He's got to go for a takedown. I think he's going to cut him. He just called him for stalling. Hilliard for stalling. That was probably for... We'll see whether he takes that stalling call back.
4 minutes into the 15 minutes I said. It's going to take this
exactly. I don't think Mr. Moody understands that his kid just got hit for stalling. So we'll see whether that stalling call got taken away, which I would not take it away myself, would you?
I've never seen a stalling call taken away.
No. Oh, I have. I've seen it change before.
When did you do that?
It wasn't me, sir. Was not me.
Who might that have been?
Well, names are not to be spoken here.
Oh, I see. So the Black Society.
So there's the one.
I'm sure it was at the state level.
Oh, I'm sure it was. So now we'll see whether a stalling call gets called here for Dublin backing up. 16 seconds to go. I don't think, this may be trouble. Could be trouble. Two, one, time. Oh, Coach Moody, he wants to argue that one. Coach Moody's on the mat. This is 4. This was 4. Mr. Reichert, Mr. Reichert, I didn't have a, did you have a takedown there? I didn't have a takedown. I need a little bit more. I think he needed a little bit more. Coach Moody's going to fight for his kid. I get that. But again, make that stalling call correctly. You don't have that.
Way too.
About halfway through here is a ship sinking for Dublin Derby there. Well, the match has started.
I think getting on the board would be a good idea.
It would be a good idea, and I'm sure Coach Moody would like that too. Not that he hasn't fought for his kids over there at the table. He definitely has done that. But you know what? You got to have the horses, don't you?
Yes, you do. Every one of them's on the end. Oh my God.
You know what? It's one of the things that I heard from Tim, coordinator from the Wheaton tournament this past weekend, was because of the NCAA new stalling calls, tournaments are being done quicker because you don't have that. They're not wrestling on the edge anymore. Vince, I'm going to hand it over to you a second. I will be right back.
Thanks. Okay, we still have, our score is 0-0. We've got 1 minute to go in our first period at 1:45. We're still working with an underhook series. Not working off of it, but we're working with it. Got 45 seconds to go. Continually going out of bounds. I'm sure Gary's going to notice that after a while, make an adjustment. Great stalling call there. Okay, we've got 15 seconds still remaining in this first period. Still no score, but
No score. So did the edge take us out of this, out of scoring attempts here? The edge of wrestling.
I don't think we're ever going to be midnight.
Our cameraman is leaving us. All good there, sir? That looks a little dim, isn't it? Well, right. All's good. So Red's still in control here. So you need a pretty hard cross, a whizzer there, don't you, to get out of that?
Did he just?
He did show. He showed it, but he didn't call anything.
No.
I'm not sure what that was about.
I think he was trying to say stalemate.
I think so. But he came up with the wrong signal.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 1:10 left in the second period. Hillard Darby still on top.
For the fans out there, Gary came up with
position.
With a different signal than a stalemate.
So we've got an escape from Dublin Coffman. Our score's 1-0. 55 seconds to go.
So as an official, I'm thinking, man, this is going to be one of them overtime matches. It's going to be 1-1 and then boom.
You actually think about that during a match?
I do. What else is there to think about? What's going on?
Are you afraid that they're going to go to overtime?
No, it doesn't matter to me. I get paid the same amount of money.
So why would you worry if it's going to overtime?
I don't worry about it. I just think.
It crosses your mind, right?
Is this match going to go overtime? The way this wrestling is going.
Just call the match. What's wrong with that?
Oh, you would be shocked over some of the things I think about out there, Mr. DiSabato.
Our match score is 3-0 after the takedown from Dublin Coffman. We've got 15 seconds left in this second period.
The match at the 145 mark on the other mat is 30-14. And we got a 25-0 here at the same weight class. I'm not sure if that means anything right now or not.
Are you sure it's the same one?
Maybe not. It says 145 up on the board.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Okay, so we've got a 2-point reversal. Match scores 5-0 now. We've got 1:25. They go in the third period.
I think he's going to be content to stay up there on top and not get in any trouble. And
well, at this stage, when your match score or your team scores 25-0, there's no reason to coach your kid to take any chances. Get yourself caught on your back. Give them a quick 6 points with an unexpected 10. So
there's a quick near fall there. Now that's an interesting thing. The top man felt that kid coming, and he just opened it up and let him go right to his back.
Right.
.25 seconds left in the third period here. Scores some Miller back. They're going to pick up bonus points here, which you just did. That's going to put him over into the bonus point if he doesn't get a fall. Under 10. he's going to pick up 14 points, and we're happy about that. 29-0. Well, coming up is a state champ, I believe, is it not?
I don't know. This is like the CITs when you said I had a feature match. Really? Who is it?
It was a feature match.
It was.
But your officiating, your standard of officiating made it not a feature. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I don't know how to take that, Fred.
Take it good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You mean there weren't any fireworks in the stands? No bottle rockets coming on the mat?
We got Mr. Demas, state champion, 145 as a junior, and Ryan Benson, Hillard Darby. Took him right out of bounds, no points, they're back neutral again. So what are the chances of Mr. Demas getting back up on the podium this year in that first place spot? Inside trip, that was pretty.
Pretty nice.
That was pretty.
I'm not, honestly, Fred, I don't pay attention to a lot of the kids. Now, if you ask a couple of the other officials, like my old roommate Jeff Wu, who studied the brakeman.
Amen.
Studied it.
Amen.
Okay? He made sure every call he made brakeman look great.
Well, true.
Yeah. But I find it hard.
Right now, I believe Demas is ranked number 1 in the state.
And okay. By who?
That's a good question. Don't know.
There's
my capable Josh Lowe has ranked.
Is that Bucksman?
That is.
Is it?
Different than Roughman.
I don't know who these fictitious names are.
Fictitious?
Yeah. Like Burrow fan, Bucksman.
He is Bucksman.
Okay, well, it's just what's wrong with saying your name?
It's the mystery of it.
Yeah.
Who really is Roughman? Yeah. Ooh.
Wow.
I think Demon's going to get the fall here with 38 seconds to go.
I used to be on that stuff, but as an official, I find it conflicting. Number 2,
there's the fall.
There was a guy named Vince D who used to drive me crazy with some of the stuff he used to say.
I tell you what, I used to throw him out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. That was you. Well, Mr. Demas puts quick work to his.
Okay, so that puts our team score now up to 35-0, going into 152 or 160. I'm sorry.
Who's rushing out there? Hey, we've got Nico Beckman out here, 10th grader, Dublin Coffman. Looks like he's going to wrestle Chase Sowers, a freshman from Hillard Darby. So 2 underclassmen. Dublin got the takedown here. I'm not sure why he didn't get it there, but he didn't. Both behind both legs and hands on the mat. Seems to be 2, but maybe not. A little thing called reaction time.
There is that little thing called reaction time.
I say pshaw for that. Pshaw! You know, I do believe in rewarding the aggressor. Was that not a place where you would reward the aggressor?
It would.
By the way, it's 35-0, team score.
All right, 2-point takedown for our Dublin Coffman wrestler.
Could we have a shutout here?
Hey, God, I hope not. Fred, what's your take when you see these kids interlocking their fingers in a neutral position?
I will tell you my take. I tell them get off the fingers.
Who you do?
I do. Because to me, that's nothing more than a stalling situation.
But the Russians, they love that.
The Russians do love that. That's Putin.
Yeah. It's not Putin. It was way before Putin. This is back when they were
Khrushchev. Nikita did that. He introduced that.
Anyways.
In Siberia. No, it's a stalling call. In college, it's a stalling call. I wish the Federation would look at it as the same thing. You agree?
Well, it's becoming more and more prominent, at least in Ohio. And I've seen it more so at Ironman, too.
I don't know of any move you can hit off with interlocking fingers, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Besides bending them backwards.
Bend them backwards and make them go to their knees, beg for mercy.
Other than that,
You haven't done that?
I've seen it try to happen on a mat, but of course I stopped that being who I am.
Yeah. My first ex-wife used to do that to me all the time.
I could imagine. Film at 11.
Yeah, but she didn't burn down the house.
Ah, there you go. So there's a running right off the mat with half a second to go.
I don't know if poor Gary's going to have any lungs left to blow his whistle.
I know.
For as many times as these guys have gone out of bounds.
A lot. All for those out of bounds. He's going to choose down, and Nico is up 2-0. Still, anything could happen here. Nico's working the hands here a little bit. Not sure.
Yeah, we're getting a little too high.
Doesn't anyone sit out anymore? No one sits out. Is that?
You'll see some
that
Eastern and
old-fashioned
Southern
now?
schools.
Short sit out, long sit out.
I can tell you this, it's not really taught that way anymore. But why would it be? These coaches are relying on the top guy to be called for stalling. They don't have to
Thank
spend
goodness
less.
that doesn't happen in Ohio.
No, not at all. No, it just drools now. That's the problem. You know, last night we were at Otterbein for the Bexley North Union match, and
How'd that go?
well, very efficiently. I mean, unfortunately, this is one of the things I was talking about. I hate to go into a duel. I had 3 different forfeits. So you've got 11 rest or weight classes being competed in. But as it turned out, North Union did some nice stuff on the mat as far as short sets and going into some switch situations. But the problem, once again, is watching Otterbein, they've got nothing but Ohio kids. None of them can escape. And we're talking about a first-year program, and I'm sure that the coaching staff, what a great coaching staff. I mean, really.
Oh, yeah.
To assemble, especially at that level, they need time. They need time to build that program. And when you've got kids that you've got coming in that have no mat skills, we're right here. How is this not being turned from this position? He's not recognizing that the guy's giving you his right shoulder. Okay? He's turned his hips. All you got to do is take him the way he wants to go. But they're not recognizing. Bondsman guy's not trying to work up.
How was my old coach and mentor? Was he there last night?
Mr. Triano? He was. Actually, when I got there, I had to call Bob just to say, hey, I'm here for weigh-ins. He goes, well, I haven't left the house yet. Okay. Well, drive careful because of the traffic.
Very nice.
So
Nico's got 6-0, minute 40 left in the third period.
Now,
grab a couple more points, he gets the bonus points.
Like I said, you don't want to have him try anything crazy at this stage to put himself in jeopardy of losing the match by an uncharacteristic pin at this stage. But also, this is the middle of the season. This is where you're trying to get your kids to, hey, you got to turn it on. You got to score more points at this stage. You got a minute 10, and he's getting called for stall.
But really wasn't doing much.
Of course, but that's the point.
And they'll take that call. They're not screaming about that call. They know that.
But at the same time, you're trying to develop your kids for sectionals, districts, and states. You got to score.
But I was going to say, as a coach, you want them to score. Get off the hips. Work the turn. Cut them. Take them down. Take them down again.
I always like the coaches that would scream, call stalling on my kid.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Okay.
You can't get that arm up fast enough.
Whoa.
He hit him again for stalling.
Okay, well, the kid on bottom's balled up.
I understand.
He's got end dust on his chest.
And I would probably hit the bottom guy. I've already hit the top guy. I'm going to look at the bottom guy.
They're both in front of you at the same time.
I
right?
understand that.
I mean, just an attempt to come up. But when you're balled up with your arms into your chest.
Here's what I say, head down, butt up. Yeah, that's stalling. I think it's in the book that way, too.
Could be.
36. Is he going to get bonus points here?
It doesn't look like it. But, once again.
Was there a big crowd there last night?
It was not really. I mean, it probably had a small group from North Union. By the time the college started, after the high school match, it did pick up a little bit, but
I did a
you
rustle
could hear
off.
my voice all through the gym.
There you go. I did a rustle off at Bexley a couple nights ago, and I told the kids before I left that would be the biggest mat they've ever rustled on.
Look at this.
And it was a big mat. Well, no bonus points in that one.
No bonus points. In fact,
38-0.
he turned a 6-0 win into a 6-3 win.
Looks like we have Lennox Wollick, sophomore from Dublin Coffman, going to wrestle Taryn Dixon, a senior. I believe that's who it is, maybe not. Tyler Edgington.
Okay.
Nice takedown, right straight to the back. And there's the fall. That was a quick one. Yes, sir. You what? So they're looking right at it. You know, here's an interesting observation, Vince. Marysville is seeded at the next mat over, looking at a 44-0 team score.
Okay.
That matters. You think Sean's shaking his boots over there?
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
I truthfully just, this is going to be Hillard Darby's best chance to score. We've got Jared Ball from Hilliard Darby. He was a placer at Ironman this past year.
Ranked number 2.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay.
Third in the state last year.
Yeah. I think he finished third at Ironman.
I think he did. And
saw him in one of the matches. And it was a consolation round.
This is going to be over real quick.
Stacked.
And there it is.
I don't know how you can see that from there. But
his workout partner is Quentin Thatcher, who is not here tonight.
Was that?
He sprained his ankle pretty bad. He was at Dr. Robles. I was talking to his dad earlier. He's going to try to get him back for sectionals, which is a smart move.
Certain people can't see the opposite.
Hey, Rodney Benneker.
Thank you.
Not sure what year Rodney is, but he's wrestling Dan's the senior. 195. Right now, looks like it's could be a pretty good matchup the way they're sparring here a little bit. Couple matches left. Darby's just hoping to score some extra points here, I think. Match is stopped for some headgear realignment. When I told you earlier that the weight was on that scoreboard, it's the same scoreboard as this one.
Yeah, I know that.
I just figured that one out.
Okay.
Thank you. But it's 33-17 over there. It looks like that one's pretty well handled. I think we'll have a 10-minute, 20-minute break, something like that between the two before the main event. Not a lot going on here.
Fred, I know this may sound strange, but I've seen an official actually pull kids into the center after 1 minute of inactivity and say, hey, do you hear any music? No. Do you hear any music? No. Stop dancing. Let's wrestle. So that's another effective way of not calling stalling, but getting your point across that you're not doing anything.
I don't think we had one legitimate shot in that 2-minute period.
No, not at all. But we're getting into the upper weights with 195.
You'd be surprised at what we can say and do.
At 195, 220, and heavyweight. These guys
aren't big kids.
No,
These kids should
not
be
really.
agile and shooting.
No, in fact, the Hillard Darby boy actually weighed in a lower weight, but because of the National Federation rules, he can go up one weight class.
I predict right now, with the minute 40 to go in the second period, this will go to overtime. I predict that. So we have
Somebody's got to be blocking with
Somebody
their
is
head.
blocking.
Somebody.
There we go. That's what happens when you stop blocking.
You mean you're allowed to snap the head down?
Well, if you're blocking that much, all your weight's forward, would seem to me that'd be the thing to do.
That'd be a great
It would be a
coaching
great-
spot.
It would be a
Hey,
fantastic.
guy does this, you're allowed to snap him down.
Yes. Now, Coach Moody's defense, I believe they were, or Coach Chance, I think they were saying snap down, but
Yeah, but
he wasn't doing
he
it.
wasn't one of the parents up in the stands.
No.
See, he's got to be one of the parents in the stands for these kids to listen.
They are a little bit vocal there tonight, aren't they?
I can't wait till later.
They will get very vocal.
The natives will be restless.
The natives will be restless.
Okay, our match score is 3-1 in favor of Dublin Coffman here
30 seconds to go.
in the second period.
Coach Moody over there trying to get him to get his young wrestler to snap his kid down and turn him. 3-1, only 2 points away from a tie. 10 seconds to go in second period. He scored on this before. Will he score on it again? No. Red's choice. Red's going to choose down.
Okay, our match score is 3-1 going into the third and final period.
If I remember correctly, there's not a lot of riding here, and he's probably going to push him right out of bounds. Is that a penalty? Seems like it should be.
Yeah.
being officials and, just saying. It looks like we might be at the same thing. Somebody crawled out of bounds. I mean, I realize it's easier for you and I to sit here, but I think we're just being honest as well.
Right.
That if we as referees don't force the action, it ain't going to happen. Rut row. You got to bring another arm in, bar that, and turn them. You got a minute 30. And Julian Porter. Oh, no.
Forfeit.
We have a forfeit. So Darby's going to pick up another 6 points. So number 2, Ben Fry against Mo Devlin. Ranked number 2. I'm not sure what Mr. Fry's record is. Do you know?
I just hope to see a decent match.
We'll see what Mo does here. Last match of this duel. Mo's shucking a little bit, fainting. There's
nice.
Oh. Well, that's one of the bad things that can happen when you shoot like that.
No, he didn't change his level low enough.
He'll just let you come in and throw you right to your back. Got the 2-point takedown, no backs, but you got to be aware that very well may happen. You got to watch that arm. I hope Mr. Reichert's aware of that.
Okay, 2-0.
I believe this young man's going to play football somewhere. I forget where they said he had a ride to.
I don't know. You know, football players wear pads.
Who's this kid going to play football? Duke. Yeah, that's what I thought. He got a full ride to Duke University. So you know he's got to be smart and he's got to be good. He looks anxious, doesn't he? He wants this match to get going. Because I'm going to say this is going to end in a fall. I just got a feeling.
There you go, Ben.
I think he comes back up like that. Ben's going to snap him. You got to stay in bounds. It's a fall. There's the pin right there. It's over. 53-12.
It didn't look like he was stalling the man.
No. Any last thoughts here, Vince?
For this match,
Yes.
53-12.
That's enough. I think, I'm not sure what the team score is over there, 38-20.
Yeah, it looks like we're still at 220.
So we're gonna wrap this this show up tonight. Coffman's gonna go against Marysville, no doubt. That'll be another show, and I'll see you on the flip-flop, sir.
Thank you.